How can I help you, young man?
I got a $100 check from my grandma, and my dad said I need to put it in the bank so it can grow over the years.
Well, that's fantastic. A really smart decision, young man. We can put that check in a money market mutual fund. Then we'll reinvest the earnings into foreign currency accounts with compounding interest, and it's gone.
What?
It's gone. It's all gone. Okay, next please.
Hello students, and welcome back to another Paper Street Academy lesson. But before we do, let me clarify something. As an executive decision, I decided to change the name of this channel. I won't delete the other videos, but I just wanted to change the name before or if I get any significant following in the future. So if that happens in the future, it won't be as possible without confusing someone. Also, I'm pretty sick right now. I don't know if you can tell, but I'll try to push through this video. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Today we'll be discussing capitalism. Is it God's way of determining who is smart and who is poor, or is it just another instrument of the bourgeoisie swine to control the lower and middle class? Will the rich get richer and the poor get poorer? Let's find out. To find the meaning of capitalism, we must go way back to 1304 in Padua, near Venice, Italy. The painter Giotto draws a fresco onto the wall of the church. The painting is of Jesus and the moneylenders. The photo not only signifies that no one should be doing the dirty business of capitalism in front of a church, but it also has something to say about the human condition, that we are unable of maintaining a good relationship with money simply because of the fact that we as humans will never be satisfied and will continue to want more, leading to greed, which in the eyes of God and most people is one of the many deadly sins. The picture also signifies that once we intermingle the importance of the spiritual life and money, lines get blurry and lead people astray, which is not something that is that surprising if you look at our world today. We'll get back to that later. Money may be the single most important instrument in people's lives. They spend their time and hard work acquiring it, whether that be by working a normal job, starting their own business, or doing shady business practices in smoky rooms to obtain it. There is no doubt that capitalism has become the most popular religion in the world. By this point, you may be asking yourself, well, how can he say that? Capitalism is not a religion. And to that I respond, yes it is. If you look at the definition of what is considered a religion, this is what you will get. Religion is a set of organized beliefs, practices, and systems that most often relate to the belief and worship of a controlling force, such as a personal god or another supernatural being. The belief here is that if you have money, you will have a good life. The practices are what is considered a job, and the personal god, the one you carry in your wallet or keep in the bank, is money. Therefore, money is God. The religion of the 21st century. We domesticated it, and now it's not going anywhere. Money is the driving force in the world. Wars are fought over it, marriages are destroyed over it, and people are reduced to numbers because of it. While writing this did give me incurable nihilism, it also gave me some insight. Insight into how we treat money, and in turn how money treats us. Why do we idolize the ultra-wealthy 1% of society, even though most of them are horrible people? And how will the collapse caused by our own greed eventually come crumbling down? One thing you can never say is that you were not warned. If you look back at the past 70 years, we have seen a mix of what capitalism has had to offer. Prosperity, food, shelter, and the essence of life itself. But if you look on the other side, it also brought war, death, famine, and poverty. So how do we explain all of this? Well, the answer is simple, really. It's time. Time is the great filter. A filter through which all the ideologies and ideas go through to see if they work or not. But it also has a price. And the price, in most situations, is human life. Capitalism, in my opinion, is great, for the most part. It creates jobs, drives human ingenuity, it gives purpose to people's lives. But if you look on the other side of the coin, you will also find exploitation, corruption, cheap labor, as well as creating needs for frivolous trinkets, such as a watch that monitors your heart, Halloween costumes for pets, edible straws, golf you can play while you're on the toilet, and many such marvelous wonders. We can see that the way we treat money is that of comfort. It allows us to feel comfortable and take our minds off life's many struggles. But it also reduces the worth of a human to the number of things he can afford. Status is directly connected with money, as well as your place in society, which is dictated by money, and we are all in this rat race together in the pursuit of money. We treat money as a means to an end, and the way money treats us by reducing us to nothing more than a number. Another point I wanted to cover is, why do we idolize the ultra wealthy? If you've been on the internet for a while, there's a 100% chance that you have stumbled across many entrepreneurial accounts on Instagram that display this glamorized version of a lifestyle. They tell you if you work 80 hours a week, you will climb the corporate ladder. Most of these videos are accompanied by clips featuring Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Gary Vee, Andrew Tate, and many more. I don't know any of them personally, and I don't think I ever will, so I can't really speak on their behalf. But that being said, let me get back to the topic. In these videos, the main tips are on how to make money with dropshipping, affiliate marketing, Amazon FBA. They also have ways on how to be productive as possible in an environment where, as soon as you're deemed unfit or unable to perform your tasks, they will replace you at a moment's notice. Having been in the corporate world for the past 2.5 years, I can say that the grind is nothing more than a scam rich people use to get you to work more. However, I'm not saying that if you spent 80 hours a week building your own brand and company is bad. I'm just saying that this is one of the many tricks CEOs and bosses use to exploit you in building their own corporate empire. Another thing I've seen a lot is the promise of fast money, either by working some sort of side hustle I mentioned above, buying courses, or joining multi-level marketing organizations, which are just pyramid schemes with extra steps. If you've ever worked or have owned a business, you will know full well that there is no such thing as fast money. Money comes slow and it takes a lot of time and patience to get, and depending on what type of person you are, it will either be reinvested in your business or disappear from your wallet the second you get it. That being said, the way these people make their money is by targeting younger and impressionable youth into buying whatever snake oil they're selling. The main thing they sell is not a product or a service or anything useful. They sell you a dream. They sell you a lifestyle, and depending on what bracket of the economic hierarchy you occupy will determine if their tactics will work on you or not. They mainly target people coming from low-income families or people who are immigrating to a new country and want to earn some extra money for their families. If you fall into any of these categories, then you might be more susceptible to those tricks. Again, I'm not stereotyping, I'm just giving you a list of the people who are most likely to fall for these types of manipulations. Hustle culture is a lie, and if you repeat a lie long enough, people start to believe it. Collapse caused by your own greed. And here we are to the end of this video. And the part that is the hardest to write, not because I don't know how to write, it's just that it's hard to put into words that won't be utterly depressing. The example I will use is FTX. The FTX topic by now is like beating a dead horse, but nevertheless, we can all learn a lot from this whole fiasco. First of all, most of us on the internet were pretty young when the 2008 economic crash happened. I know I was. I never got why people started losing their livelihoods and businesses, and then I watched a movie called The Big Short and did some digging around and realized that adults have no idea what they're doing. Not only did they allow their greed to overcome rational thinking, they also spent an insane amount of effort in denying that they did anything wrong. By the end of the economic bust, only one person ever saw serious charges. That's very telling for what I will discuss right now. The economic scene today has influenced a lot of young people, including myself. But whereas I try to make something with my YouTube channel, others try all sorts of wacky ways to get rich. One of them was crypto and NFTs. When crypto exploded in the mainstream, a lot of people were calling it a fad and that it will pass and whatnot, and the argument of big crypto organizations was, oh well, that's what they said about the internet, which I agree. I still believe there is some place in today's society for crypto, seeing how we're all slowly moving towards digitalization of money. When the FTX crash happened, a lot of people were shocked. They really couldn't believe it. How can someone who claimed to be so noble and so trustworthy could embezzle billions of customer funds, which most of that money will never see the light of day again? I kind of knew it the first time I considered buying crypto. I talked to a close friend of mine when I was just asking around for sites to buy crypto from. Some recommended Binance, others recommended FTX, and the friend I had said just use sex.io. And to say this, I'm not sponsored by them by any means. I mean, I have 2 subscribers, so that's a long shot for me being sponsored by them. But nevertheless, that was the platform I used. Sam Bankman-Fried is a modern-day con artist, but on a way larger scale. The only reason why he's still not in prison is that he made some juicy donations to political parties in the USA. I'm sure when all of this is over, he will just get a slap on the wrist and call it a day, and the people who lost their money will get nothing. As bleak as that sounds, it's usually how these things go down. What we can learn from all of this is not that all billionaires are bad or that the system is corrupt. It's that we should never put our trust and hard-earned money into the hands of people that are this unstable and unethical. Save your money, buy gold or any other precious metals, and just call it a day. All of this get-rich-quick schemes are just that. They're schemes. No one profits except the people at the top. I urge all of you who are watching this video, take a good hard look at anyone before they claim they will do some economic miracles for you. The thing about money is that everyone wants it, no matter the cost. And I hope that we can learn something from all of this. Before the next scan happens, we're currently living through economic and historic events. And this is a lot for some people to handle. To those people, I just want to say it's fine and relax. Empires come and go, ideologies and financial systems evolve or devolve. People change, times change, but the pursuit of money and power stays. Stay safe out there and think 5 times before giving away your hard-earned money into the bleeding jaws of capitalism.